Hello everybody, I'm Rover from the Portland City Gym, still not editing this part out. Welcome back to the Portland City Gym, as I just said. Today we're going to be going over a deck, who would have thought, that I personally really enjoyed. I played Rayquaza GX a lot, when it first came out. When Celestial Storm first came out, I absolutely, went to my local league and kind of just tore the whole place up. They actually gave me a buy. They had to, because like how in Swiss rounds they give you a matchup, depending on they give you a matchup against someone who has the same score as you. Well, there was no one else who went undefeated because it's a League Cup. There aren't that many people. There was no one else going undefeated, so they had to give me a buy, and I even went up against one of the staff there, and I'm pretty sure I lost because. Actually, I don't really remember. That was a while ago, because Celestial Storm came out a while ago. But, nevertheless, Rayquaza GX is a card I have a lot of experience with. Very good at using the deck. So, I'm excited to talk about it. So, Rayquaza GX, very good. Pretty much everything about it is really good. Its ability is really good, called Stormy Winds. Basically, when you put it onto your bench from your hand, you may discard the top 3 cards of your deck, choose a basic energy you find there, and put it onto this Pokemon. And what's important is that you don't act that the energy does not have to be discarded with those top 3 cards. If the energy is there before the top 3 cards and you don't hit any energy, then you can still attach an energy. The top 3 cards, just consider them like a prerequisite to needing to attach an energy. So that's really strong, and it comes in a lot of synergy with its attack called Dragon Break. For Grass, a Lightning, and a Colorless. It does 30 damage, it does 30 times, and 30 damage for each Grass and Lightning energy on the field. So, if you have 8 a mix of Grass and Lightning energy on the field, so let's say 4 Lightning, 4 Grass energy on the field, you're hitting for 240. And at the time of Rayquaza's release, that could kill everything in one shot. I can't think of anything really that could live that, at least off the top of my head. A Metagross GX, but then again, pretty much every Rayquaza deck ran like 14 energy. So you could just get a huge amount of energy into play very quickly. So that was very strong, and even its GX attack was very good for early game. Tempest GX, it was really related to Drampa GX's Big Wheel GX, where instead of shuffling your hand into your deck and drawing 10, you just yeet your hand away and draw a fresh set of 10. It was like a professor insert name here on steroids, but you can only use it once per game, which is a little unfortunate, but 1 energy on a basic Pokemon, which is already high enough for a basic Pokemon, at the time at least. It was still great. The only thing I can really say that's unfortunate about this is 3 retreat cost, which, I mean, that's fine. Fairy weakness, which was kind of unfortunate at the time because Gardevoir GX was played, but it didn't really matter. So, yeah. So that's Rayquaza GX. Of course, I made an expanded build with it. So, and a card that I really like with it is Electric. Yeah, it is Electric. Electric, I don't know. From Noble Victories. Has an ability called Dynamotor, where once during your turn before you attack, may attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So, what's really strong about this is that is you can just flood the board with energy. It doesn't matter if you discard all of your lightning energy, because you get it back with Stormy Winds and you get it back with Dynamotor. It's a really good way to kind of just search things out, use Battle Compressor, compress it all away, help you increase the odds of you drawing in the cards that you want, and make it easier for to get energy into play, as funny as that sounds. Now, what this ability might sound similar to some of your newer players is Malamar from Forbidden Light. It is pretty much the exact same card, but with a different name and a different typing. It is the exact same. The retreat cost is the same. The attack is the same if you replace it with Psychic Energy. Actually, I think Malamar's attacked at 60 damage, but they even have the same HP. They're both stage 1s, same ability, same attack, same retreat cost. There was another card like this printer, Bronzong from, I think it was all the way back in Phantom Forces. Same thing, but for metal Pokemon. Actually, I think that's kind of funny. Metal, Steel, and Psychic, or is that a unit energy typing? I don't know if there's like any form of synergy with those three. I don't get it, but nonetheless, Dynamotor is very, very strong. Helps you flood the board with energy. And also, what's very, very cool is that you can Dynamotor all the energy onto an electric. So if they want to take out your main source of damage, they have to kill an electric, which means they're going to have to waste their gusting to only take one prize, only for you to get it right back with Dynamotor. So it's just kind of funny, but yeah. So if you just put it all onto an electric, it doesn't sound very smart at first, but in general, that is the best card you could possibly put it on. So, but better than a Shaman, let me tell you. Which we do play two of. We play 2 copies of Shaman EX. Setup is just too good of an ability. Just put on your bench, draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. And you don't have to use it only once per turn. You can use it as many times as you want. Up to 2 in this case. And then 1 copy of Tapu Lele GX. Because Wonder Tag is also just a really, really good ability. What else can I say? And then on top of that, we play 1 copy of Tapu Koko Prism Star. Dance in the Ancients is really, really strong. Just get energy back from your discard pile. Really fits with the theme. Stormy Winds gets energy back from the discard. Electric gets energy back from the discard. Tapu Koko gets energy back from the discard. It is what it is. So that's the Pokemon lineup. Pretty straightforward. 4 Rayquaza, 4 Electric, 2 Shaman, 1 Lele, 1 Koko Prism. I think that's pretty straightforward. 3 copies of Professor Juniper. Professor Juniper, discard your hand, draw 7. Another really, really good way to just go through your deck and discard cards. Discard Lightning Energy, get it back with Dynamotor. 2 copies of Guzma. This deck really does just burn through itself. It's a lot like Mega Rayquaza in that sense, or, sorry, Snorlax VMAX, because that's a thing apparently. It really does just kind of like eat itself up after like a turn or 2. So Guzma really helps speed along the game so that you don't run the risk of decking out. 1 copy of Colress because it's Colress and this is expanded. 1 copy of Karen because it's Karen and this is expanded. And 1 copy of N because it's N and this is expanded. What else needs to be said? Next up is items, which we do play a very, very heavy line of. 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Search your deck for your Pokemon. Probably one of the best cards ever printed. 4 copies of VS Seeker. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. Probably one of the best cards ever printed. 4 copies of Max Elixir. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a basic energy card that you find there, and put it onto a basic Pokemon on your bench. Now that I think about it, hold on, let me just fix this. Edit. Okay, yeah. Max Elixir is kind of stupid in this deck. All the energy we're going to want in the discard pile, not in the deck. So, Turbo Patch would be more, would make more sense. The reason Turbo Patch would just make more sense is because, I mean, like, technically speaking, just like with the way that your energy is going to turn out, even if you have, like, 1 lightning energy or 2 lightning energy left in the deck, the odds are is that you're not going to hit it. Turbo Patch, you know, it has a higher, if you have 1 lightning energy left in your deck, it's a higher chance that you're going to hit it with Turbo Patch than you are with Max Elixir. So, yeah, just really fitting with that theme. So there's that. And it disappeared, but it is there. Sometimes the site gets a little glitchy with things like that. I'm sorry, it didn't disappear. The pictures didn't update, but that is 4 copies of Turbo Patch. 3 copies of Battle Compressor. Compressor is very, very strong. Put your supporters in the discard pile. Mainly put your lightning energy in the discard pile. Just very, very strong overall. 3 copies of Quick Ball. This is just kind of a way to turbo out our deck just that little bit more. Searches out everything in the deck except for Electric, which we can search out with Ultra Balls just fine, along with everything else, of course. 2 copies of Muscle Band. Sometimes the amount of energy on your board just isn't enough. Sometimes you just need to hit that little bit of extra damage. So Muscle Band's good for that reason. That's pretty much it. 1 copy of Floatstone. This is just for a bad start. Shaman, Lele, Coco, Tyno. Pretty much anything that isn't Rayquaza, it's a bad start. So, yeah. So if we have Floatstone for that reason, we only really need 1 copy, because from there, I mean, you're just going to be attacking with Rayquaza turn after turn. Then next up, we have 1 copy of Computer Search. It's our A-spec of the deck, because it's the best choice. 1 copy of Devoured Field. This kind of fits in with the Muscle Band thing. You could pretty much Devoured Field's probably one of the most interchangeable cards in the deck. What it says is that the attacks of Dark Pokemon and Dragon Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, do 10 more damage to the active Pokemon. So this is going to help our Rayquaza just boost its damage output a little more. However, maybe a 10th Lightning Energy would be more helpful. Maybe, I don't know, another Quick Ball, or another Floatstone, or another Shaman, or something like that. Devoured Field is really just a really interchangeable card. I think it's kind of nice to have just as a one-of. It's a nice little bump stadium, give you a little more damage, and there isn't really that much Dark or Dragon Pokemon around right now, so it's not a bad stadium for this deck. Yeah, that's definitely the most interchangeable part. Now, if you haven't noticed, we don't play Grass Energy. Instead of Grass Energy, we do play 4 copies of Double Dragon Energy. That's another thing I can really see Devoured Field being replaced with, a special charge to get back our Double Dragon Energies. However, I don't really think you need to, because since you have 4, that's going to be adding 60 more damage to your Dragon Break attack. Plus, if you have all 9 energy in play, that's 270, plus the 2 Double Dragon, that is 330. Or plus 1 Double Dragon, just 1 Double Dragon, that's 330. Plus a Devoured Field, that's 340, and that knocks out something like Snore Max. So, numbers really, really work out. One of the reasons why I like Devoured Field in this deck. Then again, Muscle Band really does serve that same purpose. So that's really just 1 Double Dragon, but you have 2 double Dragon energies in play. That does count as either a Grass or a Lightning. It's whatever you want it to be at the moment. So, yeah, it's just really, really good. And because of that, you don't really need any Grass energy. Just use Double Dragon energy. You can only attach it to Rayquaza, but, I mean, who else would you want to attach it to? So attach a Double Dragon, attach a Lightning, and you'll be rolling. And honestly, you may think, oh, 2 manual attachments, that's too difficult, it's too slow. Well, keep in mind we do have Electric to speed along the process, but even Electric, we have to wait a turn on. And, I mean, we do have Tapu Koko, I guess, and we do have Turbo Patch. But, you know, it is what it is, you know. But, really, it may seem like a little sketchy, but I feel like 4 Double Dragon Energy really does get the job done, on top of the 9 Lightning Energy. So, that is my Rayquaza GX expanded list. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like this deck is very, very strong. Has really good matchups across the board. Even the infamous Trev Noir matchup. If you do manage to go first, on the first turn, this deck really can just kind of explode, because you can just get a ton of energy into play, and then kind of just put a lot of pressure onto the opposing opponent. But you can really just put a ton of pressure on. And then when it's their turn, what are they gonna do? Draw a lot of cards with their 4 Shaman. They're gonna probably place a Phoebus down. They're probably going to pass. I can almost guarantee that they're gonna do that. But then, from there, we don't really need any cards in our hand. Once you kind of just set up one Rayquaza, it all just kind of comes naturally to you. Double Dragon, go. Maybe attach another Double Dragon for later. You only really need 2 Double Dragons and then a ton of Lightning Energy. That's it. 2 Rayquazas, 2 Trev Noirs. That's it. It doesn't really matter. So that is the deck, like I said. Thank you all for watching. Now, there is another version of this deck that I also really, really do like. It is the Rayquaza EX from what I'm pretty sure is Dragon's Exalted. I am going to do a deck on that, probably tomorrow. But until then, I'm River from the Portland City Gym, signing out. And still not editing this out, which I kind of messed up the order of my outro, but whatever. Anyway, bye.